What's up, guys? I got a good one for you today. I couldn't really think of a certain specific topic that I wanted to speak about, so I figured I would just share one of my manifestation stories that happened to me a while ago that was extremely cool, and I think you guys would gain a lot of value from it and just like to hear the experience. I think it's always nice to hear other people's stories because it always helps, I found, to build your own faith when trying to manifest, and it's just always fun to hear the stories. I think, at least I like hearing them. So this was about 6 years ago, I'd say 5 or 6 years ago, and I have a really good friend, and we would always write down lists of things that we wanted to manifest, things we didn't really care about. Like, we would manifest odd things like parking spaces, or seeing certain people, or receiving a phone call, or just, little things that didn't really matter and we didn't have much attachment to. And I remember this one night, we sat down in his living room and we wrote down a small little list of maybe like 5 or 6 things that we wanted to manifest, that we were setting intentions for. And we were doing it very playfully, no attachment, just having fun with it, just kind of seeing what would happen or whatever. And I remember one of the things that we wrote on the list was to see a celebrity or someone who was well known in public, not like at a concert or anything like that, but in public, going about your day to day. And I live in a smaller city/town where it's not common to see well-known people in public. Like, it's just not. Oh, it's 11:11. That's awesome. Make a wish. Anyways, so it's not very common, well, it's not common at all. So we write the list, and the next day we went out to run some errands together. I think we first went and grabbed a bite to eat or something, and then I think he had to take his car to like the auto shop or whatever. And I remember this was kind of a cloudy, gloomy day, and it was raining a little bit, and we were driving home from, I guess, like the auto parts place or whatever. We're driving home, and all of a sudden I have this inclination, this subtle yet powerful intuitive vibe, like this intuitive nudge to go to a certain store, like on our way back. We were going home. We were done for the day, and he's about to go through this stoplight, and I'm like, hey man, take a right here. And he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, just take a right. So he took a right, and he's like, where are we going? And I knew where we were going. I wanted to go to Barnes & Noble, which is a bookstore, and I wanted to just, I guess, check out some books, some law of attraction books or whatever, and see what they had. I liked reading a lot of law of attraction books at the time, and I still do, but it was kind of a phase I was going through. And he's like, where are we going? I'm like, let's go to Barnes & Noble. And he was like, why? And I was like, I just kind of want to go. I just want to check it out. But I didn't tell him that I had an intuitive nudge to go there. And just, I can't tell you why I had a nudge or what the nudge meant. I just went. I went with it. So we get to Barnes & Noble, and I believe it was like 4:45 in the afternoon. And we're walking up to the front door. And I remember clear as day, there was a paper sign on the front door that said, book signing today until 5:00 p.m., which was like 15 minutes from the time we got there. Nicholas Sparks. So if you guys don't know, Nicholas Sparks is he's a pretty famous author who's written like a lot of romance books like The Notebook, and they've made a ton of movies off of his books. He's a pretty well-known guy. So we see this sign, and it's kind of weird because it's not common to see well-known people where we live, like I said earlier. So I walk inside, and the guy's working there. He's standing at the front, and I was like, hey man, is Nicholas Sparks here today? And he kind of looked dumbfounded, and he was like, yeah man, it's really weird. Like, yesterday he announced he was going to be in the area and asked if he could swing by and do a book signing. And he was like, he's sitting there in the back, and lo and behold, we look, and there he is in the very, very back. He's got his little table, he's got his books, it's like a line of people, a short little line of people, and we walk up. The funny thing is, we didn't even talk to him. We were just so excited And it hit us right then and there. We knew, it clicked like that. We're like, holy shit. Last night, we wrote down that we wanted to see a well-known figure in public. And probably less than 24 hours later, here we are standing in the store with a, New York Times best-selling author like 20 feet away from us. And we were so excited and we were so dumbfounded by the experience. And we ended up looking at some books. I don't know why we didn't talk to him. I guess we were just more excited about the actual experience of it happening rather than actually meeting him, because personally we didn't really have the desire to meet Nicholas Sparks. I mean, it was so much cooler actually seeing our manifestation come to fruition so quickly. And we left and we were like thinking about it. We were like, if we had gotten there at like 20 minutes later, say we had gotten stuck at the auto parts place for 20 minutes, say they had taken an extra amount of time changing his tire or whatever they were doing, we would have missed it completely. Like, come 5:10, he would have packed his stuff up and gone to the back and we never even would have known he was there. So everything led, every little event of that day, the timing, the circumstances, the places, all led up to us being there in the perfect time to see what we had written down, what we had intended to happen. That was just a super cool experience. It just goes to show you that when you don't have attachment at all to your intentions and you put that energy out there and you focus on something that you would like to accomplish or whatever, if you can somehow do that with as little of resistance and attachment as possible, you can make things happen super freaking fast. Like, there is no time limit, although you can never tell how long it's going to take for something to manifest. There is no specific time limit as to how quickly it can happen, because it can literally happen overnight, which is what I experienced. And I have literally hundreds of stories, all almost just like this, that I will probably share in some future videos. But I thought it'd be cool to share this because I like telling it, for one, and hopefully you guys like listening to it so it can build your faith and maybe inspire you to set some intentions for yourself and see what can come of them. And I just wanted to share that with you. I'm gonna probably go ahead and sign off, but if you like this, please subscribe to my channel. I'm really trying to put out more videos, and it's really motivating and encouraging when I see that people are liking this stuff and actually watching it, and I'm really grateful for it. It's very inspiring to myself. And so have a great night, guys, or day whenever you watch this. And thanks for watching. What's up, guys? Sorry I look a little rough. I just had a really, really long day. But I just want to make this kind of as an update to my Manifesting Celebrity in Public video that I made like 3 days ago. I know I'm uploading it today, but I made it like 3 days ago, 4 days ago, or something like that. So I made that video and I put a lot of like energy into it, like positive energy, and I was really feeling it when I was making it. It felt really good to make that video. And essentially I just took a little vacation. I took a trip to Charleston, South Carolina, and we were going about our day, and I was walking down the sidewalk, and now granted, I've seen a few like celebrities in public. No one like huge. I mean, yeah, no one like really big, but I've seen from time to time like some key figures. Anyways, we're walking down the sidewalk and I see this guy walking towards me, probably 15 feet away from me. And I'm like, do I know that guy? He looks really familiar to me. And they say that when you see a celebrity in public, you recognize them and you think you know them, but it's kind of weird because you've seen them on TV and in movies. So I don't know how to explain it. But so essentially, long story short, it's Aziz Ansari. It's Aziz. If you've seen Parks and Rec, you know what I'm talking about. He's a stand-up comic. He's been in a lot of movies, been in a lot of shows. and he's like walking towards me, and I noticed that he's with his, I guess, girlfriend or whatever. And I wanted to respect his privacy. I didn't stop or anything like that. But like he just walks right by me, like probably within like a foot or two. Walks like a foot or two by me, and I'm like, holy shit, that was Aziz. Like crazy, like just casually walking about my day. You know, and an A-list celebrity walks by me. And it's crazy because if you think about all the mechanics of an event like that happening, I could have taken a different street. I could have been eating at a restaurant and he walked by and I never would have even known he was there. Or I could have left my apartment at a different time. There's like a million variables where I wouldn't have seen him. A million different situations, instances where I didn't see him. However, I truly believe that because of the energy that I was putting towards it in the video I made, and I was thinking about it, kind of marinating in that experience, that it created another experience. Because whenever you marinate, whenever you think back on an event and you feel the emotions that you felt when the event occurred, you are creating that event again for your future. Because feeling creates. Whatever you feel, you are creating in the future. And because I made that video, I truly believe, because I'll tell you, it's not every day I see a well-known figure in public. It's super rare. So the chances that I would make that video and then a day later run into a celebrity in public is pretty slim to none if you think about it logistically. So I just thought that was cool. Just added this. This video is gonna be really long now, but I just wanted to add that. It creates even more value to this story, I think. And yeah, I'm gonna go and end it now because I don't want to waste your guys' time and day. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys next time. Thanks for watching.